hold on. I liked Machine Gun Kelly until I saw his video, and I was just like, what a dork, man. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's banging Megan Fox, so I mean, that's some bonus points right there. But
come
other
on,
than that,
dude, Teddy, that's old news.
Okay.
You know what? That's what I wanted to bring up. Mick, you heard the show. You heard Ted shitbag Madonna in her prime, right? Like Material Girl, the one where she's... So here's what's funny, Ted. Right after that, Stan listened to the show, and he texts me a picture of Madonna when she's in that wedding dress on that album cover. Yeah. And Stan says, you ready for this? Yeah, bullshit, Ted would pass that up.
No, I mean, I still hit that. But the bottom line is you can put lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
And then you would have sex with it?
Well, I mean, you know...
Deliverance?
Like you wouldn't.
Ted, listen. My days of having sex with farm animals are long over, okay? Yeah. Ted, I have a family now. I mean, you can't... Ted, here's what you can't do. You can't come home from having sex with a farm animal and kiss your kids goodnight, okay? That's just not something that people do.
Well, don't kiss
Unless
them on the
they're
lip.
also farm animals, right?
Don't kiss them on the
You might
lips.
be into that too, right?
Oh my God, Ted, you are. Oh man, Teddy, you are totally freaking me out. All right, so just to make sure, you said you have no musical talent whatsoever, Ted, or you do?
No, I have zero. I mean, it's unbelievable. Like literally, I have no musical ability whatsoever. It's actually pretty impressive.
That's not having music. See, okay, so let me make sure you have no golf ability whatsoever.
Obviously not.
I've seen you. In fact, I've seen you play all sports, right?
Yeah.
Mick, we played basketball together in a league, okay? And I think Ted was voted most likely to hurt himself putting his shoes on. Was that?
Yes. Yeah, putting his shoes on, dribbling.
Dribbling after he was drinking, or
that too. But
that was funny. How many times did Ted get caught for he would just catch the ball and just start running, never dribbling. He just start, and the ref would blow the whistle. Like, it's like, yeah, you traveled. And Ted would look at me and goes, what's traveling again? I wish I was kidding. I wish you
were too.
All right, so you know what though? Let's get back to music because we got a musical expert here.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm not it. Why are you asking me?
No. I'm looking at you, but I'm saying let's get back to the music. Yeah. So, Mick, let me ask you this. I'm always freaked out by this. Van Halen had 3 lead singers. Yeah. I mean, who was the bad guy here? Because every time they got a new one, I heard Eddie, God rest your soul, wherever you probably aren't. Yeah. I heard him shitbag everybody who left.
Yeah. He would always trash them out. I mean, you got to look at it every once in a while. There was a consistency in that band, and it ended up being the Van Halen brothers.
But wasn't Sammy Hagar? I mean, so there was Van Halen, there was Van Hagar, but wasn't Sammy Hagar actually the best lead singer? I mean, David Lee Roth is a treasure, but I mean,
everyone's a treasure to you.
Yeah. Well, what I mean by that is he got laid more than everybody here at this table.
Wait, hold on, Teddy. You got to admit he was hot.
He was hot.
Yeah.
He's still hot. I mean, he's still a singer to this day. Yeah. But I mean, the point is. Sammy Hagar. I mean, Sammy Hagar was a more talented musician. Sammy Hagar was a more talented musician than David Lee Roth.
True or false?
Well, I mean, he was a musician.
Not a magician. Not a magician. He's not David Copperfield. He's not David Copperfield.
I was trying to make sense of what he said.
He made a rabbit disappear.
Go, Mick, whatever you do, don't try to make sense of what Ted says. Just move on past it. Okay, move on past it.
So Sammy Hagar was a musician, and David Lee Roth was only a vocalist, so yes, he was a better musician.
It's like Andrew Kiedis from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. I mean, he just said shit, but he was good. But I mean, he's not a good vocalist, right?
Are you don't like the Red Hot Chili Peppers?
No, I love him, but I'm saying like he was a terrible vocalist. I mean, wasn't he in Point Break with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze?
Yeah. Can anyone verify that?
Yeah.
No, and you know what? Don't even Dave. Dave right now is reaching for his phone. Don't bother. Dave, don't bother.
We already know.
Listen,
we already know.
I can tell you right now when Teddy comes up with this crazy ass shit that you think is ridiculous, he's always right. So don't even bother. Everybody out there, don't go to your phones when you're listening to this and like, oh, is that guy? Was he? No, he was. Just accept the fact that he was, and move on from there. Exactly. Okay. All right. Now, before we go on, you know what? I almost forgot. So Teddy and I were talking, and he gets into this kind of funk where he wants to make this podcast something. He wants to give back to the community, give back to the people, right? So Teddy wanted to, and I think he's going to do this. He's going to kind of explain what it is first. But he's got this is our segment, Teddy's Tips for 20s. Okay, and what is this going to be, Ted? What is Teddy's Tips for 20s? How is this going to help the community?
Okay, well, so the bottom line, I've been going to bars since I was 18 years old, and I'm not proud of that, by the way. So
Sounded like you were really proud. I'm just going to say, like you didn't say for a long time. You literally gave an exact date.
So my first tip to 20-year-olds is, you go off to college for the first time. You left your house. You're away from your parents. Here's the bottom line, guys. Don't do 21 shots for your 21st birthday. Don't do that shit. Don't join a fraternity where they tie a rope around your balls and drop it off, drop it off a ledge because you're gonna be cool.
Ted, that was a movie.
Or have you rob a liquor store?
Okay. Wait, are you saying, Ted? Where did you go to school?
I didn't go to school.
Oh, okay. So none.
I was raised in a barn. So I didn't go to school.
Okay. Oh, right. So Teddy was in the Air Force. You never quite made it to.
I never made it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So Ted, none of that shit happens in college.
Actually, it does because you hear about these unfortunate. So some people who die during the hazing process because they're trying to fit in or some stupid shit like that, and that's unfortunate because they were away from home for the first time, and that's sad. So what I'm saying is guys, girls, don't worry about fitting in. Fuck. I tell you what. They're not your friends, and if fuck them. You'll make new friends. You'll make new friends.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So,
Ted, that was.
So
if you
fuck them first.
You know what?
Make new friends.
You know what my mom said? You know what my mom said? If you want a friend, buy a dog.
So
Buy a dog.
So your mom. Okay. So I like how you added your mom into that.
Yeah.
Mick, you went to college.
Yes.
Okay. So were you in a frat in college?
I was not.
Okay. Did you, even though you weren't in a frat, did you tie anything to your balls?
No, it did not happen on my watch.
Okay, so looking back, if you could go back in the Wayback Machine, and I've got another Wayback Machine question too. This is going to be a good one. But if you could go back and you say to yourself, the one thing I wanted to do was tie something to my balls way back in college, would you do it?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Would not happen.
I'm disappointed. Ted, if you could go back to college, say we're 18 years old. Let's just say you, me, Mick and Dave, we all go to college. We're all roommates. Oh, this is great. Okay, this is like some kind of terrible movie. Okay, so we're all in college, right? And it's our first night out, and we're drinking. And Ted jumps up on the bar, and somebody yells, "Tie something to your balls." Ted, do you do it?
My balls aren't big enough to tie anything to, so the answer is no.
Oh my God. Okay.
But I can tie it to your balls though. Because you got big balls per AC/DC.
Oh my God!
Make you like that one, right?
And you know what's funny? I'm absolutely sure that I was going to be the first one to talk about my balls, but now I realize it's Ted who's the first one to talk about my balls.
It's all about you, so we're just going to get back to you either way.
So, Ted, is Matt hot?
Okay, Ted, stop right now. Stop right now. So I'm going to tell you guys a story. Hold on. I'm going to tell you guys a story because I love this story so much, right? So I have a sister, right? And Ted's response all the time when I talk about my sister is he says this. He goes, your sister is like a female you. And then he says these words right after, and it always makes me change seats. And you know what? She's pretty hot. And I'm just like, Ted, you realize what you're saying, right? He goes, yeah, I realize that. She's hot. I'm like, no, that's not the part that freaked me out, dude. Okay.
I mean, I know you're extrapolating.
Ted, anyone, you've said that at least 10 times, and I keep telling you, stop saying that shit about my sister.
Okay, but don't tell her husband one time.
Oh, it's too late. He loves the show, man. He loves the show. Oh yeah, he listened. I mean, listen. We're gonna post this up tonight, and he's going to listen, and he's not going to freak out that you said my sister was hot. He's going to freak out the fact that you said she's a female version of me.
No, but you know what? As long he can punch me in the face, as long as I can stay at his condo. I will take an ass whooping if I can stay at his condo for 1 week.
So, okay, everybody out there. So here's what I want you to do. Please get on to TikTok, get on to Instagram, get on to any of our social media and offer Ted anything in exchange for a punch in the face.
I think we found our next guest and our next segment.
And by the way, he looks pretty good too.
Who does?
Your brother-in-law.
Oh,
He's in great shape.
Ted, are you gay?
Am I happy?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so Ted, this is the most. Oh my God! You know what I wish?
He's in good shape. What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Not that. Okay. Now my sister. Listen, now my sister, her husband, they're all. I got. Ted, most of my family is going to want to kick your ass for doing all this. All right, Mick, we gotta. Okay. You know what? Good idea, Dave. Let's take a break. We have a new sponsor, and we can do this one. From the makers of Fast and Furious and My 600-Pound Life comes a tour de fat that you must see to believe. Watch each week as the fattest, nastiest, and sweatiest people we can find try to squeeze into the most expensive and luxurious sports cars on the planet. Can they find a way to stuff their butts in the driver's seat, start the car, and drive off in their dream machine? There'll be spills, chills, thrills, and more lube than a Las Vegas whorehouse. This Thursday on TNT, it's Junk in the Trunk. Reality TV just went too far. All right, so we got something to look forward to, right? The people can listen to podcasts and check out this new show. I love that. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we need to get back to music, all right? So, Mick, I'm going to do this. When I was younger, I thought I was a young black man, okay? I loved the beginning of rap. It was one of my favorite things in the whole world, right? Run DMC and Houdini and Curtis Blow rapping basketball. I mean, that was fun. Did you get into that when you were a kid?
I did, yeah.
I know. Wasn't it cool? I mean, it was like a whole new music, right?
Yeah.
Teddy, you grew up on the kind of on the south side, right?
Actually, the west side, but it's the same thing. Yeah, same thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
south side, west side. I mean, is that something you listened to when you were a kid?
I didn't really listen to a lot of music when I was a kid. I didn't do a lot of things when I was a kid. I just played a lot of basketball.
You didn't do it. Just hung out with Bernard Randolph and and Joe DiMaggio.
Just me and Bernard Randolph and Joe DiMaggio, exactly. So, yeah.
It was hard to find a lot of free time. There's a lot of men, and they didn't like music. They didn't like that music. They were older men. They did not like that music. All right, so Mick, when you were listening to this, I mean, did you start to aspire to be in a band like right then? Like, were you young when you wanted to be like, I want to be in a band?
Yeah, I mean, my uncle played guitar, so I always wanted to play guitar. He sang, did some stuff. So probably from about 4 or 5 years old, I wanted to play. And when I was 16, got into a band, and it was It was older people. I was 16, they were 26. It was
nice. So you weren't 13 though.
No.
Okay. And did you play in any bands with Joe DiMaggio?
No, I think he's dead.
Oh, heroin in the neck? Does
Yeah,
anyone know?
Pretty sure. Right when he was singing.
I think it's just old age.
So Joe DiMaggio died of old age. Ted, you did not give him the old shooter. All right. I'm pretty crazy. Now, Mick, tell me the truth. Is the guitar a pussy magnet?
I'm telling you, a short, fat guy got laid more in college than he should have. That's all I'm saying.
Oh man, I knew it. Ted, and Ted, you played the clarinet.
It's funny. My mom took me for not what's the recorder, but it's like the same thing as the clarinet, and I was so musically inclined.
Did she buy you a dog?
Should have bought me a hand job.
Ted, moms don't buy their kids hand jobs. Ted, that's so if you're missing that, if that was a thing you missed from your childhood, nobody's mom, like for their 14th birthday, what'd you get? Oh man, I got a brand new TV. What'd you get? Oh, my mom bought me a hand job. Yeah.
What's the funny thing? When your mom takes you for music lessons and you just know intuitively that you're really not good at anything that you're learning, you're just going to be put out of your misery sooner rather than later.
We're reliving Ted's. All right, Ted, it's time to go to sports camp. Oh, I'm not good at that. Well, what about music lessons? Oh, I'm not good at that.
Art, music, that gene skipped my.
And then when you met Joe DiMaggio and you learned how to give a hand job, yeah. Yeah, that's and Ted is independently wealthy. So and I don't think he works. So I don't, I think we all know where this comes from. All right. So Mick, so let's do this. If you could go back, or even now, whatever, and you could be in a band, part of a band, what band would you be in? Think about it.
Probably the Allman Brothers.
The Allman Brothers.
I knew he was going to say that. Because Greg Allman was one of the best guitarists of all time. I bet you didn't know that.
Dwayne.
Dwayne.
Wait.